Well, hello. It feels like it's been... Sorry, my face was being a little bit stiffy. Also don't mind the black rectangle. That's just cause me forgot to do stuff for this. Hello, people. It's been a week. It feels really weird. Like, it both feels like it's been a while, and it also feels like this time has blinked away. How have I been? I have been... My face is what? Stiff. Because it wasn't tracking. So it was kind of just like, yes, hello, I am here now. Look, don't mind any questionable things I've said. You're on screen now. Ooh, I'm not incompetent. I haven't forgotten. How have people been in my absence? How's everything doing? Did the world burn down in my absence? I don't know what happened. Oh, there is some funny stuff to bring. There is a little funny thing I'll bring up in a minute because it's just the timing was impeccable. Still haven't set anything up in regards to what I'm doing. Hey, anyone want to just murder clowns? You're lonely, that's what has happened? Relatable. Still hot as hell. It's been getting a little bit better nowadays. I don't know if this is going to be helping in the long run, but I have a thing where as of right now, the sun is at a good angle for me to let it in to window. Like, not too long ago I did this, where it was just like, let sun into window and bathe within the sun. 3 people beat aspiration. Bing. Why do we want to kill clowns? Well, because look, I've got the streams for the rest of the week planned out at this point, and they are just they're gonna be mostly shorter streams just by nature of the games that are getting played. Probably for the best as I attempt to ease myself. I'm too close. Hi everyone. Look, I'm way too close. Back up, go up. There we go. I am now off. I am now not centered. Back up. A little bit of good old clown-to-clown communication. Don't we all want that now? Oh God. It's been a while since I have whipped since I've done the Oswald. Hello, Daniel. How's everyone doing? How's everyone God, Dan... Mini Dan have profile picture that I either never saw... Well, I know I've seen that one, but it like popped out at some point, and now it's confused me for a bit. And also, the goat follow-up by Hunter was friggin' weird. Old man... Every so often, I just age. I mean, that kind of happens. That does kind of just tend to happen. Just every so often you age. It's usually 1 day per year. That's when all of your aging happens. You are not allowed to age any other day other than that one where you are designated as the ager. Old chat is not green anymore? Well, that tends to happen when I haven't been streaming for like a week. Did I? And YouTube decided to YouTube. Did it ever give me back my ability to gift the free membership? You've sent all 10 free of charge gift memberships this month. YouTube, you denied 4 of them. YouTube, you denied 4 of them. Oh, YouTube, you dum-dum. Also, it has been exactly 1 week since last stream. Ugh. I find Old Man to be very oddly easy to do. Just, yes, for some reason, I become very easy, very old. I don't know why this is simple to me. Oh. But yeah, for those wondering, I did not well, I tried to work on some level of I tried to keep at least a little bit busy, but I honestly just mostly sat and tried to be restful and lazy, and even still, my head has been in a weird place lately, like this past week. So I couldn't even properly relax because my head decided to say no, I guess. Which I gotta love it for. But no, anyone who was here for the weird, one of the chatting streams that became a demo game stream, the game about clowns fully released, and I'm just like, yes, time to bonk some clowns. For those who weren't there, I managed to break physics and fly.
because of some weird interactions with invisible walls. So that's the type of game we're talking about here. That level of, like, indie dev broken, which I love, because, God, it is fun. Right, that's what I needed to do. No mods have shown up yet, but I need to activate the mod codes in case of that. God, my computer doesn't even recognize... Like, usually YouTube, or not YouTube, File Explorer has the file path for all of the mod folders, just as a quick thing. Just up and ready. This time it does not. Boop, boop. Wait. You know there's people who have with the single. Now, I gotta say, it's not even the people who have partners that are the thing. I used to be around so many people who made such a big deal about being either alone and not getting laid that it really just absolutely and totally f***ed with my head for a little bit. And then once I kind of got out of that whole thing, I'm just like, oh, I don't entirely care about this. That was more so everyone else bringing up how cool it is, and then I'm just like, man, I really don't care about this when I'm not being... Yeah. Yeah, no, that... In my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's cool, it can be fun, but it's not something that you really want to, you know... It's incredible... Sex, the most overhyped thing in existence. And I will stand by that statement until I die, or I'm proven wrong. But yeah, there are so just... God, I am still ever so slightly bitter about that time period where it was just like, oh yeah, you're alone, yeah, and you do the blah blah blah, and I'm just like, God, I wish I had just... There are times I had wished I would have just told those people to just fuck off. Although I realize one of those, if I had said that, one of those was my workplace boss at the time, so maybe that would have been a bad idea. Yes, this was the type of workplace environment. Working at a gas station is a hell of a thing. So it's all good. I do not run from that. I'm perfectly fine engaging with that. It's just one of those things I don't particularly seek out. Or if my brain is trying to, I'm oftentimes just like, yeah, no, shut up. You don't actually care for this. You do not care for this. That's me talking to me. Me talks to me. Yeah. Oh, God, did I ever... God, this is freaking... what do we call it? A sizable chunk of the time I spent on my off time was spent finished reading Tokyo Ghoul manga. I at least got some sleep. Yeah, well, admittedly, there was one night where I kind of was stuck not being able to sleep, eventually fell asleep, and then was woken up by a big thunder. Like, imagine closing your eyes and all you see is like a very dark tryptophobia nightmare. And, like, my body being completely restless. That's kind of the thing I was having at one of those nights. Expectations people want to do. Have you heard of this thing called deodorant? Just don't over-apply it to the point of becoming a chemical bomb. That's, Just full-body deodorant. Just step in, done. Have the full-body thing. But yeah, sometimes sleeping is not so simple as just sleeping. Sometimes there's a few extra complications in there, such as weird spasmy. Oh, Jesus. It's permanent smell. Have you considered cutting out the gland? Wait, I forgot to... have you considered cutting out the gland? That's how that works, right? That like scent glands and such, you know? I'm sure... Well, I'm not a doctor. I kind of just am just... Actually, I'm going to say this. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. Don't pull out a scalpel and start cutting random parts of your body off. This is my official medical advice. This is my official medical advice as a non-doctor idiot. I mean, if it's a thing, well, the money is a problem there, but... That does just sound like a really annoying thing to just have. fully trustworthy. Sometimes it happens. I don't know if I've had sleep paralysis at times, but I have had moments where it's just like, I'm lying in bed and all of a sudden shadow creatures. Or I'm lying in bed and usually that stuff is tied to stress. I wonder if I've just been I've probably been stressed for a reason. I don't even know why Look, subconscious stuff is a hell of a thing. I don't know why I would be more stressed in this pack of, whatchamacallit? Making you... I'm questioning this one. It's just very stressful. It is! I don't even know why, like... I get why I would be stressed in general, but I don't know why specifically this past week would have amped it up. Oh, right, someone remind me, oh my god, maybe this is it. So, friggin'... So, now that it's out there, birthday stream, which is very likely going to be taken place on the day before, just so it can be on a weekend. However, I want the opening to be secondary karaoke thing, and I realize now I am just setting myself up to... I have a lot to do in like a month and a half. I have like a lot to do. The throat is actually a little bit weird right now, but meh. It is better. It is different than in the... It was different. They were picking the song, so I want to have that set because I want to see if I can't set up some special stuff. I have a few ideas here and there that I want to see. But I'm just going to say, because I'm me and I'm stubborn, I know my mind won't change on this. Unless it is, like, 100% possible. But I'm just like, yes, how hard could it be to learn a Russian song? Because I do every so often listen to Russian music, and I'm just like, you know what, this song good, me want try learn sing this. This is probably a mistake. Although, it'll probably be easier, because Russian accent is one of my better ones, so I can probably get the pronunciation better. So your first... I said... What part of... What part of I'm gonna try and set it up to be more of like a special concert well, I don't think I said those words exactly. I'm gonna try and set it up in a special way. Did you not understand the words? Did you not understand the words that I was saying? Sing it in Roddy's voice. That would be a hell of a thing. That would be an absolute hell of a thing to attempt to do that in effeminate singing. I already struggle. I already, to a point. You activated the bird? Yeah, because you had a colon in there. You swear that? No, Ferd is not currently here. The colon has a chance. Remember, 1 in 6 for every one of those. And the droid is here. Hello, droid. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Oh, right. I was gonna say, because of the BS stuff with YouTube being like, oh, blah, 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 AI, are you child, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, how do I make it clear that my channel is not a kid's channel, and therefore that everyone who watches it is likely not a child? And I'm just like, man, I really want that Hellraiser game to come out so I can make content on it so that we can just be like, yes, explicit sexual gore. This is how we prove to YouTube that these are not children. Ow, I smacked my microphone and you hurt my finger. No, not just gore. Sexual gore. Masochism by mutilation. Pain and pleasure indivisible. Booba and gore? I mean, hey, if you look up the trailer for the Hellraiser game and go to the Red Band version, you will see Booba and you will see gore. New YouTube ID thing? Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now, because if they're using AI to determine the stuff, we need to make it so that my content is so explicitly adult. But yeah, if anyone's curious, just look up Hellraiser, what the hell is it called? Hellraiser Revival? Hellraiser Revival Red Band trailer. Just look that up. It's not on YouTube because, God, that would not fly. Yeah, Hellraiser Revival. If you want, I cannot play that trailer. I don't even think I can play the YouTube good version of it on YouTube. I'm afraid to do that because it's like, there's no boobs, but there is implied sex and explicit mutilation.
Yes, to go. Is Mev?
It's very fitting, you know? It's very fitting. Okay! I think I'm an issue for you. I mean, if you... I mean, that... Look, you're a... There is a thing of some people just go... like, people have thought I was... People have thought I was up to mid-30s based on my voice since the time I was, like, early teens. I'll tell you that much. Doesn't Limbus have 20 tags? You want to count? We want to do some counting? We can count if we want. Except anything sexual? Yes, because it's very much... Every time my face just seems to lose itself. Yes, what is it? Animal cruelty, drug use, reference to alcohol and tobacco, injury and dismemberment, homicide and suicide. Ooh, gotta get the double whammy there. Violence and torture, cannibalism, kidnapping, abduction and captivity, psychosis, disease, seizure, dyspnea? Dyspnea? The hell does that word mean? What? I'm going to reboot myself real quick. I don't know why I'm just going... I don't know why I'm going stiff so frequently. Hold on, time to... I'm rebooting real quick. It appears to... Hold on. Yeah, just keep looking at the diseases. Hold on. Go here, we go here. Hold it 4. You're gonna hear some Windows noises. Oh, is this... One second. Yeah. Maybe. Hold on. Well, we get to... Hold on. I need to... What do I put it... There we go. Hold on. You get this is the me you get to look at for now, until such time as I come back. Oh, already magic characters. Also, what does dyspnea mean? What does that word mean? Someone Google what that one means. For me. Please. And then tell me. Those noises I'm making with that face being the only thing on screen. Oh yeah, I'm definitely Limbusin. I am the bussiest of limbs. Mild long-term depression. That is... No, not dyspnea. The dyspnoea. We're gonna do this over internet and make it a little more cleany. Yep. Shortness of breath. Odd thing to have as a trigger warning, but you know what? I guess maybe you just... You know what? Fair enough. Hold on. Yeah. Apparently, the charging port / connector port for my phone has had a lot of dust buildup in it, and that may have been blocking connection from being able to hold constantly. There we go. Oh, lovely. You're gonna hear some Windows noises. Hello. Okay, hold on. Time to turn myself on. It's so real easy to do. I just look at myself in the mirror and reenact the scene from Silence of the Lambs. I'm sure people won't. Cabbage juice, injury and dismemberment. Cabbage and cabbage. Cannibalism. Sorry, just the forced use. The forced use of cabbage and cabbage. Turn myself on. I literally just referenced the Silence of the Lambs scene. Yes, turn myself on, you know. Oh my god, face work! God, I don't do something for like a week and everything is borkin'. And by borkin', I mean I don't know how to use it properly anymore. Okay, am I... Ah! There we go. Well, we've enjoyed counting. We've enjoyed counting. It's just Wait, what's just Cromer? Reference to clowns. Yes, also. Okay, seriously, the reference to clowns one, people have said they can't even remember. They can't even remember. Well, I took a 10,000 year 1 week break from streaming because I needed it. I said discriminatory violence and enforcing ideology. No. Furret would care for indiscriminatory violence. I was looking away from the screen, but not screen, the chat, while I was doing stuff. Also, funny thing. Literally the day, this is the funny thing I mentioned earlier that I was going to mention at some point. I mentioned a thing, by the way. So it turns out, as it would turn out, the literal day, I think it was actually, hold on, when did I get this email? Hold on, oh my god, email checking. Hold on, just do this, put it here. When did I receive this email? Approximately 14 hours after I said I would be taking a week-long break from stuff, I got an email from Twitch saying, hey, you have monetization tools now. So I was like, oh, cool. Can't wait to use those at some point. I still haven't even set them up. Hey, Zora the Ghosty Spider. I still have not even set those up. Use of guns. Yeah, use underscore loon violence, underscore loon violence, underscore loon violence. Much underscore loon violence. Oh, I'm clicking too many things. Is Zora? Yes, I say hi. Hey, Zora, how do? Oh, boy. But... yeah, so at some point, maybe I make it like a 1,000,000 point redeem where you can just like forcibly remove my clothes over on Twitch. Either that or pay. I still need to make the Python code. I still need to do some stuff, see if I can't make, if Superchat also if Superchat have word and over dollar amount, remove clothes.
Yes, I have been so afraid.
I love how overwhelming that is. Oh, how fitting of that to pop up with a skull. How very fitting of that one. Going, on this model, I literally can't. There is no way to do that at the moment. Oh, those guys, especially the tall one. Why do I feel attacked by that? I'm the tall one. Flashing lights is just a general one. Are we still looking at the... I mean, are we still... Hold on, I may as well keep it on screen if we're still looking at it. Boop, boop. May as well still just keep this. This gets to go... This gets to go here. That's readable. Pay one for the clothes up, please. I mean, look. Remove clothes. Remove clothes. I can remove it all, but I don't want to. I can do it at will if I wanted, but I wanted to have a way for people to do it if they wanted. You know? You know? Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. But yeah, God, this is just a thing about me being me. God, motivation is such a weird thing. Oh, your friend. The hair count is closed. That does not have a removal toggle, and I'm probably gonna keep it that way because if I'm not mistaken, under the hair, the skull may do some very funky things. If I'm not mistaken. Look, bald loon technically does exist. Sorry, every time I see the Twitch emotes, I am but yeah, no, It's the Cabbage City Orchard. Yeah, look, I don't know how readable I don't know how readable the trigger warning there is. Under my hair, how get where's the bald loon screenshot? Hold on. Where is the I mean, there's this this isn't bald, but I do enjoy this face. I almost said emote. That one is just entitled Loon Round. Body horror. Look, it's a very lovely thing there. The town we shan't speak about. The one that we just had the song play for. Her. Trigger warning is just about the only thing that's readable. Hold on. How about what the hell? Well, it's behind Round Loon. It's behind the better version of me. Well, because I don't know, because I see it at like half scale right now. Look, everyone get some glasses. This is on you. This is none the size of the thing. Y'all are just flawed. Y'all are flawed individuals with flawed flaws. Oh yeah, what the hell are the games that I'm planning on playing this week? Right, I have the streams for the rest of the week kind of planned out. I will say this is probably a bit weird. I'm taking a little bit of a break from Limbus Company just because. Oh, hello, Frank. Just because I am partially not feeling it as much as I was. I do enjoy it and want to make progress. It's just the streams are. The typical way of a Limbus stream is a little bit more draining than I want to commit to for the moment. Ugh. But wait, it is giving when I am in 4th, huh? But Jared can't hear them. You still don't see it? You're just blind? Yes. It's for a stream girl once. I don't think Ferret cares for religion, but that could just be me misinterpreting. Look, the Church of Gears. Look, I subscribe to the Church of Gears. Anyone who knows my Yu-Gi-Oh history would know exactly why I'm saying that one. What was I do? I was doing a thing, and then I got distracted. Piddly Pumperson. I wasn't piddlying my Pumperson. I was not doing that. What was I doing? Someone remind me what I was doing. Bald! Where did I save an image of me being bald? Hey, look, but where is... Oh, baldness. Where is baldness? Look, you could... Oh. Because you emotes... Yes, no, just... Yeah, farm me the Twitch interactions. Make Twitch think I'm a good candidate for... Make Twitch think I'm better than I am. Farm the engagement. Go. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I'm not actually encouraging spam, YouTube and or Twitch. I am... We're just having fun. What was I doing? Baldness. You, if I go into here, if I go into... This? Okay, hold on. Oh, that's gonna take a second to hold on. How big? Where? Oh, hi! There's ball. Oh my god, why is there so much headroom? Hold on. This image is gigantic because it's almost like an unreduced scale thing of the model, which bald. Hi everyone. How you doing? Yeah, can you tell I don't understand face proportions because I seriously do not. It's so shiny. Cabbage aside and suet cabbage. Sweet cabbage. Wait, is sweet cabbage just sounds like an alt version of like Sweet game? Whatever you would call it. Suet cabbage. Either way, let me just kill my bald self and let me we get to keep round self. Round self is good. This is best, Loon. Yeah, sweet legendary water Pokemon Sweet Cabbage. Ah, yes, it's a water grass type. Primarily water because the sweet cabbage. Oh god, no, the sweet cabbage runs away, runs around the whole region. I'll just come back in and see this. Zora, do not question this. We'll type yes, Lotad. You're not allowed to question any of what you see. Okay? Okay. We're never allowed to question anything. Actually, questioning is flawed. What, you left for a few minutes, what did you miss? Bald loon and sweet cabbage. And sweet cabbage? Yeah, sweet cabbage. Also this. Oh, I already come back to you. Does roundness make you sad? I apologize. Do you want squareness? Hold on. 1 second. Look, if roundness is sadness and squareness is good, where is square? Now, how can you be sad? There's smilling going on. The question is not a flaw. What is sweet cabbage? Well, because we're trying to get around it. You know how cabbages are censor? You know how cabbages are censor for stuff? You see the trigger warning stuff in the bottom left? It's getting around saying suicide. And then I laugh because it's hilarious. Also, can I just say, sometimes I look in the clips channel and I'm just very confused as to what this was supposed to be. I think this clip got mistimed. I am so confused as to why there's just a clip called meth. You need at least one Queen of Hatred before you get angry. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. Can I do you one better, potentially? Look, there we go. Oh, why does it go super speed in here? Hold on. That's weird. Hold on, why does it go? It goes super fast in... Hold on. That's very interesting. Whenever it's viewed in most normal stuff, it's really slow. But when it's viewed in here, it's viewed as normal speed, which is very questionable. Also, like, there's only some... I'm being a... Look here and take me very seriously. Very obviously, you can take me very seriously. I exist on the internet as an idiot to entertain people. That is my way. Hold on, wait. This is my way of being entertaining or being potentially helpful. This is the beginning and end of my skill set. I am entertaining idiot. Am I being helpful? Am I being helpful? Hold on, we need to make this bigger so it covers me fully. Hello. Welcome to my seminar. Here you will be talked about how to round and how to be round. Step 1, meat. Step 2, compressor. Step 3, large amounts of agony to convert you into ball. Step 4, you are likely will not be able to exist as this ball in a living state. However, it will be very fulfilling for anyone to laugh at. Isn't the negative? Look, you can I feel like potentially... Hello, Brian. Thank you for welcome back. I feel like there's a pretty obvious tell when we're being serious or not. Usually I make that relatively apparent, because otherwise I'm a laughy little giggle bitch when I'm not being serious. And when I'm being serious... Actually, no, I tend to be... wait, can I... Actually, no, I could do that. Hold on. Wait, if I... Hold on, we're just gonna kill that. Now I need to refine the image. Okay, loon round. So now we go into here, we go into here. You're stuck in. Oh no, Hunter, the basement is the bit. Hello everybody, how are we doing? I am Big Round Loon. Hello. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you? Would you love me if I was a circle? Would you love me if I was sphere? Would you love me if I was ball? No, 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 no. Okay, I get it. I'm unloved. Let me cry in the round way. Love me if I was square? Hold on. Where is square? Where is square? There we go. Now I am square. Now you could say I'm many squares because of pixelation. Torn into a worm. I currently lack wormhood. I guess I'll just remain unloved. It is okay. I am not deserving of love, and I have long accepted this. Oh, Jesus, I forgot this was what I looked like for a second. Oh, dear God. Oh. Very many square, you can marry square. You may marry the square. But I am not, bleh. I look like a Funko Pop. Chibi is the most Funko Pop looking thing around here. Don't say, okay, internet thing. Why is it? Okay, well, the frames are determining that I do not deserve love either right now, apparently. Nope, I think we're good now. There we go. We're definitely good now. Definitely good now. Chibi is just a Funko Pop. Hold on. Where is my nearest? Do I have a normal image of Chibi that is exported, or do I still only... God damn it, why am I dumb? Well, screw it, we go here. Yeah, Chibi's head is already kind of Funko Pop. I mean, yes. I am round.
Manager Loon took 40 when Benadryl sound was there, thus not square.
You know, not being able to blink is a little bit of a... Not being able to blink is a little bit of a drawback right now because I wish I could, but I really, really can't. Look, I am Zawardo right now. I think I need eye drops. Nah, the benefits of the crystal eye. I don't. At least not in that eye. Oh god, why do I was like inching towards Heath Ledger Joker there. No, not Heath Ledger, Jared Leto. I don't want to, god, those two may be the same character, but I don't want to speak them in the same sentence. Ugh. And the TV and demeaning was Heath. Yes, indeed. All right, we're gonna get the warnings off the screen because of that one. Are you two just basementing each other? How fun of you two, I guess. Look, we got the Twitch basement going fun, man. Wait a minute. So like I said, I now have access to set up channel points on Twitch. So I'm at some point I'm just gonna what I want to have a nothing burger of one, which is just open and close the basement. Unlock and lock the basement. Unlock/lock the basement. Which would be so stupid. Oh, is it polling time?
Just Heathcliff, but a hilarious translation of Ryoshu abbreviation in Canto 5th. She meant it.
Not just I cannot begin to afraid. Also, Brian, I currently still have a lot of poll money. Oh god, wait, I said I'd play Uma Musume at some point. I wonder if I'm gonna do that. Oh god. Oh no. Wait, wait. Well, will it either talk or not since lock the basement? It'll just toggle whether basement is lock or not. I don't know how it'll work. Also, oh boy. I was debating also what to call the channel points on Twitch. I still need to set that up at some point. I haven't set that up. Hold on, I can't take myself serious. Hold on, we're just... We're putting that head away. Look, as fun as that is, I touched the wrong things. Hold on. Touch you. Touch you. No. 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 Why can I not? Crystal. Look. Crystal's too big. I was something. Loon's crystal dust. That really. That makes me sound like a drug dealer. Loon's crystal dust. I'm committing to that one. We're committing to the drug dealers. We're committing to the drug deal. Make them pay in children. I want to keep it. Is it New Yorker? Well, I'm not even gonna pretend like I can do a New York accent. I feel like I keep going Jersey or something like that. Hey, Billy, are we already engaging in cannibalism? The basement is still new. Also, seriously, does anyone know why GIFs act funky? Oh, Billy is a rat. That still sounds like cannibalism. One of you is a rat. Also, man, for 50-50, I swear exclamation speak is just not working as much as it should be right now, but I always feel like it never works as much as it should be. Since the Lobotomy Corporation playthrough? No, Frank! Well, yes, you have, but also no. Yes, you were locked in the basement, but eventually you got out of the basement because we crammed you in an Iron Maiden. Wasn't that already a thing? That was literally already a thing from like over a year and a half ago at this point. Someone find the Destiny stream that came from. Jose. Who the hell is Jose? Wait, what is this a thing I've... Oh, right, this is a multiplayer game that I haven't gotten to convince anyone to play at this point. Hold on to that one as an idea. Hold on, that. Oh. Oh. You're never too late on anything about that. Oh, boy. Oh. Yeah, there is currently in the Discord server a tic-tac-toe board on the Loon head at this point. Which games are we talking about? Wait, what are we talking about? Hold on, what? What do you mean, what do you mean, what games are we talking about? I don't know. Stop clicking. Sorry, I'm just being mad at myself temporarily. Oh. Ethan, you must be more specific at this point. We're talking about sweet cabbage. I don't think sweet cabbage has been a thing. I'm tempted to Google sweet cabbage and just see what comes up. It just sounds like interesting things would come up. Want to play Peak again? More than likely. Oh, what game are we talking about? Oh, it's a random game. If I mention it by name, it would not strike anything also. Ah! That's my response to the boo. Apparently I go squeaky toy. Something about a random game. Well, I haven't tried to convince anyone is the thing, because it's weird. Look, we have... There's going to be opportunity for this at some point, I think, potentially. Hold on, what even was this game, and why do I have it installed? Why did I install this on my new computer? That was an active choice I made. That was very high-pitched. The fishing game? No, this game I have never played or shown anything on stream. You forget, I have a game called Forest God. I remember downloading this game, I paid money for it, and then I kind of forgot about it. It's still in early access. I paid $3 for it, and then I completely forgot about it. Like, this game came out August of last year, and I know this is a game I found in my searching through recent releases searches. That's just been on my computer since then. The fishing game, which has more updates. That's actually one that's getting played. A game called Heartworm, which is... What was it?
Chipper was something more along the lines of like this. For someone, he talks very like this. Hello, and he also just very, do you want a hug?
Fish Hero? Now, Fish Hero was also shown on stream. There's a game called Heartworm that's going to get played later in the week. That's probably going to be the Friday stream, if I'm not mistaken. Oh! Le dernier Le Dernier Don, the very weirdly, it's the first time I experienced like an unoptimized game. But it wasn't too big of a deal if I'm not remembering. What the hell is this one? Oh, this one was actually, oh, no. This one I remember I saw, like I got this on sale. Or did I get this on a recent release thing? What the hell? The Midnight Walk. That's VR capabilities. That will basically never be used here. What the hell is this one? That's one. But the game I was referring to, Paranoia Place. It's, one second. Yeah, how long have I been? I've been sitting on this game since April. But yeah, it has like a 1 to 3 player co-op horror puzzle thing, which, yeah, that could be fun. You go to bed now before you pass out. Enjoy the sleepy time, little spider. Enjoy the sleepy time, little spider. I confidently say little because I am, yes, you are just tiny, pat. Imagine the pat. You escape the basement. No, we're not doing that. My finger was hovering over the timeout button just because I'm like, do I force you back into the basement? And then I thought better of it, and I'm just like, do I? But that would be really funny. And I may or may not respond. I don't always check Steam stuff. It'd be as funny as God, I haven't worked on the edit in a hot minute, but I'm trying to prioritize other things, and I should, what should I prioritize? New model is probably a thing that I should prioritize. That is probably a thing I should prioritize. I think, anyway. I'm trying to, well, my priorities are a little over the place. I need to prepare for the 24-hour stream, like, get that all nice and ready.
++ü. ++ü.
Why, okay, Zora giving the devilish face and threatening me with German milk. I see how it is. The spider threatens with German milk. You must consume ice cream and popcorn. How dare you make me hunger? Oh yeah, this is okay. Oh, I guess we should also think. I know not a lot of people here bounce between both YouTube and Twitch, but for the channel point rewards, okay. Oh, I know some of the stuff. Why am I this close? Oh right, because I was big face. Wait. Look, if this is your gooning corner, then sure, go ahead, be doing the gooning. Yes, you enjoy this. Oi. Wait, do we have Peepee Loon? Where's random Peeper Loon? Never mind, I don't care to bring Peeper Loon out. Digital, why do you do... Oh, the shirtless, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's as much as you get to go. Also, God, what? Those are words I have not heard in a long time. Ignore the timer. Hold on. That's the fire. That's the dances. We're not doing karaoke.
Greetings, Frank. Digital Rebellion. Zach Eru. Zora. Zip. BA. Heart of Aspiration. John Limbus Company. Ethan Hutchins. Brian Tan. Hunter Rutt. Lamb Absolute Weirdo.
Kuda, did your asthma get cleared up? Because it still took you a while. That was a lot quicker, and there was only one breath in that whole... Did the week off give the voice a time to catch its breath? What's going on right now? What even is the... Hold on. What even is going on right now? Look, I'm opening Limbus Company to check what is even going on at the moment, I guess. Lovely large amount of trigger warning. Yes, go in. Hold on, what even... I will say, the only, the biggest whatchamacallit? Yes, goon to my heights. You know, or create your own heights by goon. Look, Brandon, because right now it's the T stuff. Hold on, because yeah, it is. It's just Isang and the T Corp stuff, yeah. So it's not too much exciting to go to. You shall disappear. Look, digital, you can only disappear for so long. A new ball to play on. I just showed it up on stream. Someone else did that one. Good. The what? Yes. Like I will say right now, I'm probably not going to. I would like to point out. Hold on. We're just gonna go here real quick. I would like to point out I still have that much lunacy and a bunch of 10-pole tickets. I am good on the Gamba funds for the moment. At this point, the funds would just go towards other stuff and or general livability, which I know is probably actually no. How could I? Yeah, I currently have much in the ways of lunacy and in the. I also forgot to hold on. Sorry, forgot to do a bunch of like the conversion stuff. Oh god, look, what? You know, I'm gonna be right back real quick, which will give you time to think about what you want to do with your existence. Bickle or Mercil? I guess I could, but that's it. I mean, that is equal. Hold on. Wait, we can hold on. Wait. I'm gonna be right back real quick. I guess, you know what? This is how, Brian, this is how we vote. This is how people vote on if you do it. But I'm gonna be right back real quick in the meantime. I'm still in the wrong seat. Hold on. Cliff. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna be right back real quick. So yeah, switch to the screen. Do this, and boop. Whee! Be right back.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I mean, I do not intend. Limbus was on screen for a second. But I'm still not wearing that shirt. Oi. Remember his money. Look, you have definitely been doing it. Also, what's the voting amount? Okay, that is 100% on the yes. Well, goddamn. Money. Look, I always say, if you are going to give, just make sure you're not putting yourself in any type of hole. And God, I am incredibly flattered that you think I am worth any bit of... I don't even think I'm worth people's time, let alone actual money. So the fact that I'm just here, I'm just like, oh man. It shut down my brain. Also, I'm back. Hi, I didn't say I'm back. I just kind of rejoined the conversation as if nothing happened here. Democracy has won. Look, the only thing democracy wins at is by choosing the vote, choosing what the vote do. Democracy is a failure. But that's a topic for another day. Just gonna say, if you can't... Ooh, never mind. That was, we're about to delve into some stuff I'd rather not talk about. Jesus Christ, I didn't...
time? Raw.
Well then, I was not expecting to get blood. Jesus McPissin. So what was the specific request?
The generosity. Oh God. Ooh. Oi. I still have not. So, okay, this is the thing. My brain has been a jumble of friggin' languages lately. First, Brian, again, thank you. But what was the exact request? The Brian might be a little bit loaded. Oh, what gives you that? Or just very well off. Jesus. Again, I cannot. But the amount of red you have thrown at me in recent times is absurd. I do not deserve it. I thank you much for that. What was it? Oh crap! What was I gonna say? My brain has been like a weird mess of languages. So I mentioned at some point that I just bought a bunch of books, which were the Hellbound Heart, aka the Hellraiser book, the Tokyo Ghoul box set, which I have finished both of those. And I've actually ordered more Clive Barker books because I do just enjoy. I'm getting into horror literature, I guess. And also Tokyo Ghoul Re or Ari. I don't know if it would be proper because man, did the Tokyo Ghoul manga leave a lot of stuff just cliffhanger. I've only recently gotten back into reading, and that is because I blame both school and my mother for my hatred of reading, because reading was seen as like a punishment or a chore rather than something to do. To claim their shirt. Wait, wouldn't that just be bone? Skeleton? Shirtless skeleton? But, and I know this was like the least recommended Sinner book, the, whatchamacallit, Dream of the Red Chamber for like Honglu's book, because it's like a 5-part series. The version I got has like a whole section of Chinese pronunciation, which is just, it was better. It was the money for okay, so currently, again, Brian, I flashed it on screen. Currently, my funding is quite high on the Limbus stuff, and God, I mean, that could be fun. So I probably don't need to put too much more in, but I'm trying to think. Thank you for that one. Outline tons of words so you read to learn more. I kind of get that one. English was always my struggle subject, which, man, math and numbers.
Piddly pumperson.
Math and numbers were always my strong suits. Maybe that's why I struggle so much doing anything artistic, because my brain is too much like numbers, lines, perfection. But I got insert whatchamacallit. Insert gifted kid complaints about everything comes easy until the smack in the face comes to say it doesn't. But yeah, I always struggled with English and that type of stuff. Okay, my internet is... Alright, my internet is just... What the hell has happened recently? Like, there was the temporary... Okay, it doesn't seem to be super bad. We're gonna test it. God, I really hope me saying something looked fixed on someone's end with stuff. Oh, stuff and things. Stuff and things. Right. Well, the biggest thing for me... Okay, the main thing I would want funding for would be a 3D model at some point, but I want to have a better 2D model at some point before I do that, which I'm currently working on. Which just very slowly, because I am hard to motivate at times. But that's part of the reason the streams this week are probably going to be shorter, is I'm going to try and work in more time to work on stuff. Oh, right, the whole thing I was going to try and think of. Paper instead of wood ear for... Oh, God, I love that one. Yeah, for me, reading was just a thing I did either for school, and it was books I never really cared for. Like, genuinely. I don't know why, but it's like, even... But, oh, hold on. Yeah. We're 2 seconds in. 1 second. Oh. What was it? I completely forget what I was gonna say. But like, I just remember back in the day, it took me forever to read, to just read in general, because it was, I don't know if it was a thing of it being forced or what, but even, so, like I said, the version of, Story of Stone, Dreaming of Red Chamber, whatever the hell, it's got multiple names, for the Honolulu book. The version I got, which is just like the Penguin Classics one, because it was the easiest one to just find, has a whole massive introduction to stuff, which is like talking about author's life and such, which I'm just like,
We will kill. When it snapped, my compass was way old.
I am unfortunate for you. But you are getting exiled by the whole planet. Well, my pocket dimension has the stuff here. My pocket dimension has a space like somewhere in the barren wasteland if you want, but like I am currently nowadays even reading that relatively boring. I would call it relatively boring. Pretty sure we'll afford it. It's not even. It's not even the length of the book. It is the fact that I take forever to read the pages. What is it? The Hellbound Heart, which is like only 160 pages. Not very much. But I could get through, you know, a page of that in 2 minutes, which is very quick for me. I can. I mentioned at some point my average pace for a Tokyo Ghoul manga volume, and again, this is manga such, so scale that with what, was about an hour and a half for a volume. But I do remember back in Internet Dying, it's back right now. Oh, that's yours, not mine. I thought you were talking about mine. But I remember, I think it was The Hobbit I had to read for school, which is like, oh, that's actually fun. It took me an hour to read 7 pages of that book at one point, and I'm just like, oh man, is that just misery? Oh. Look, at some point, blah blah. You get the flash of shoulder up. I completely forgot Magical Don Quixote is still just up there in the corner doing her thing. Okay, I don't know why. Why is that? Why is it like normal speed in OBS, but in anything else it is like quarter speed? Hence why I had to do a different version for Discord or just general viewing.
Shirtless loon.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe there will be flight, maybe there will be night. I'm not funny. Why is anyone here? Right. What are the thumbnails? Oh, I'm trying to see. Okay, that one. Those are the 3. Those are the thumbnails. Huh. So, 3 more streams for the week. 2 of them are probably going to be shorter. One of them is probably going to be longer. Like I said, taking a couple of little bit of a break from the Limbus. I am no perfect. I am no hero. I am not fly. I do not know why you use these words upon me. Bois. I don't know why I needed to say bois there, but bois indeed. Bois indeed. Oh god, as well. I need to. I'll do that after the stream. I completely forgot I had this just sitting off to the side. I thought I deleted you, and then I realized, oh no, it was still sitting in the scene. We're just gonna hide the meth real quick so that, you know.
Hide the
Hair
meth.
coupons for shirtless Lun.
Why was Doi eating the microphone there just to be super deep? Why were you doing that? Why were you doing that? Actually, a part of me wanted to just infinite dupe. Why are we talking about this stuff? I got no idea. Hello, Thumb. I see you have bonked. I see you have bonked, Thumb. Hello. How is welcome? Crunch, crunch. Oh! Oh! You have indeed bonked. Yes. Permanently acknowledged as... Like two petitions to be permanently acknowledged as literal. I don't think that needs a petition. That is just reality. That is just how reality is. Yeah, you do indeed bonk. Look, because Davey doesn't show up at this point, maybe we make a remake the Hamnummer emote, but with Thumb as the image holder. You know, we do that. We just do that. I feel like that's more fitting. We need Thumb. Do you even have a depiction of yourself that you use? Thumb, do you even have an actual proper depiction of yourself that you use at this point, or do you used to really just use the imagery of the twins? I'm talking really quickly right now. And that you go with something. Haven't we been having this discussion for like over a year at this point? I feel this discussion has gone on for a while. Ugh. How dare you not have? How dare you have anything else in the line? Okay, and thusly the apocalypse showed itself. Oh, best song. Davey the origin. Davey was the funny part of it, but the Hamnummer was my typo, if I'm not mistaken. The emote, yes, but the word Hamnummer was me doing a typo. I tend to not like just having screenshot of not me being any. What are my emotes currently? Like we have, yeah, the furret heart. Yeah, that's the one case where it's just a screenshot from a game used as an emote. Which I'm not sure how you feel of it. Also, this is a thing. One second. For those wondering, if anyone is curious, ding dong. I'm just popping up the thumbnails for the streams of the week. Hold on. Yoink. That. Hold on. Boop. These are all just assorted random Who's at the door is kind of like bigger. It's known a little bit. You have a copycat? No, nothing to that. But yeah, these are just the one that might run a little bit longer is the heartworm. Oh yeah, always remember to smell, everyone. Yeah, for those who don't know, I played the demo for Clown Core, and like I said, I broke the physics of that game. I broke the physics on invisible walls and wound up flying. Who's at the door is one of those like spot the difference types. Like anomaly spotting horror game type things. And Heartworm is like, seems to have old school graphics. It has an option to do like really old school or slightly more modernized, but it is tank controls. Like from what I understand it, imagine the controls and scheme of like old school Silent Hill and Resident Evil with the tank controls and fixed camera angles and all that. And like the Fatal Frame with using camera to fight ghosts. Like, genuinely, it had a cinematic that plays if you sit on the opening menu for a while. That's where I got the screenshot for the thumbnail. It straight up looks like an old PS2 era game, is what I get vibes of. Clown, yes, and that's the clown we be bonking, or at least one of them, because we're bonking a lot of clown. We're bonking a lot of clown. But yeah, they seem fun. Well, you can turn off tank controls and have it be more relative to the camera, but I'm just like, we're gonna have fun there. That's another thing. I wonder if there are any other... Whatchamacallits? Hold on, how much was this? Oh, not bad. So I'm looking at stuff. I'm looking at stuff here. What the hell? Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. You don't get to know what I'm calling interesting, but you get to know that I'm calling something interesting. My brain is just voo all over the damn voo right now. In a good way right now this time. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, remind me. So I keep saying remind me. I'm more so telling myself to remind myself that to set up the streams I keep talking about. Oh. But yeah, that's that. And then God more. My brain is still trying to figure out. I mean, I say this a lot. My brain is always trying to just figure out what needs to be done and prioritize and all that. How big can I make you? Oop. So I just enjoy staring at that. There are some simple things, some simple pleasures in life of me just stare at certain simple things. And then we call her a good day-night. Or we can call it a good Danish. Why not for the Rodian? Because I had a specific reason for making that one, and I didn't make one for Rodian yet. That will be made at some point. I don't want to go and make the thing and then do the thing for right at the moment. I had a very specific reason for having this GIF. I feel like this one is one you can use for reaction. I'm leaning very far away, hence why my face is kind of... What the hell is my face doing? Sorry, I was just saving this face as a screenshot in case I ever have to need it. In case I ever need it for thumbnail usage. Well, I will make the other GIF when I have the time. I would have to like stop recording, start recording, do that, go into edit, do that, blah 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 blah, which would be very doable, but it would just be a bit of an inconvenience, you know, just a touch of an inconvenience. Just a steppity slappity of an inconvenience. If you get what I'm talking about. You know? God. I'm sure people can tell, or I've said this before, the amount of times on stream, like on chatting streams in particular, I need to be over here. I should have had that here for a while. But chatting streams specifically, the amount of time where I will end up being like, oh, let me just click, and just see a bunch of stuff because my brain can't my brain is just like, Stop brain. Excuse me, my brain just had some brain moments. And by brain moments, I mean shut down brain moments. Also because I got brought up at some point. Hold on, don't mind me checking and think. Man, what are all this? Hold on. Can I filter? Hold on. Shut up, random vehicle. Right, that one. No. Yeah, that. I'm trying to just look through my Steam library to find the games that are like unplayed. Right, God, there are so many. Oh, just deciding on what to actually do is for streams is going to be interesting. So I'm trying to figure. Right, so many times I just forget why or when I actually downloaded certain things. And then I refind it and I'm just like, oh right, that's a thing that I've had for a while. Nope, that is very relevant. That is a recent one. This one will probably never be played because of that demo. You had reverse caps lock on. That doesn't sound annoying at all. Oh my god, these are going to be real confusing when I play. That's going to be fun. Right, that one had its full game coupon. Look, yeah, I am keeping whatchamacallit. I am keeping everything different type of back, but I enjoy the fun. What the hell is it? Right, I completely forgot the joke about like doing a community foosball night. That would be so incredibly dumb, but it would be dumb, but it could be fun. You get what I'm getting at? I feel dumb but fun, which is very perfect for anything this channel has to do, I feel. That's very on brand for everything here. Oof. Oh god, why do I'm not very good at keeping everything where it need to be. Displaying personality. I feel like that sums up most of the stuff that goes on around here. You know? Dumb but fun. I mean, that also would explain why people like to be around these type of people. Why they're in the corner. Because someone requested Queen of Hatred, and I decided to bring that, and I had that on hand. She gets to exist here. Also because every so often I kind of lose myself, and then I just stare at the loop. So I've lost myself and I was just staring at the GIF. Actually, I'm going to get her off. I'm going to take her off the screen simply because she is distracted. What is she even distracting me from? Did I even have anything that I was... ADHD? Not diagnosed, but hey, maybe. I have no idea. Why are you over here? What it was on lowercase? No, wait. Lowercase. The opposite. Wait, what? Interesting. Yes. Yes. I actually no. Yeah, I prefer Dodd. Dodd. Hope you enjoyed those good loon hydration noises. Because I enjoyed the hydration. There's so many things I completely... Yes, no, there is no... I feel like it... Sorry, I was noticeably off-center. Now I'm less noticeably off-center if I am off-center. It is very weird. What you call it? Taking the time. Sorry, this is just a weird thing. Taking the time off streaming and then come back. It's a very weird. I feel like it's like once a year I take a week off streaming for just reset purposes. It is just a very weird thing, the comeback period of like, oh yeah, get back into the loop of do this at a certain at the certain times. They still mess at times and such. Shut up, random sirens. No one cares about the emergencies you're solving. You're not. Add the HDAD. Well, that I have. Oh, are you muted? No, yes, you are. I have the too much of the having. You need to be set up at some point. I am now just cursoring over the YouTube concurrent viewer graph. That is what I am currently doing. My brain feels a little bit tickled right now, is how it feels. Which is very an odd way of describing how I'm feeling. Oh god. Also, hold on. Did I want to do that right now? No, I want to do that later. What did I want to do now? I mean, this is a chatting stream. I want to do. There is nothing specifically I want to do. This is kind of just whatever the hell happens, happens. If I distort, nah, don't worry. Distortion is just kind of. If I was gonna distort, I had several points at which I would have distorted already. I think we're safe for now. For now, unless something horrific happens. Maybe be prepared to save yourself. I won't make promises, and I won't, or anything like that. But maybe just be prepared to save yourself. What the hell are you? Random stuff. Oi. Random stuff. What the piss? What did you piss? Do you embrace the distortion? I would not recommend full-on embracing it. That can lead to health complications of you and everyone around you. Huh. Only matched by the pianist. The pianist isn't even that horrific. What happened is horrific, but he himself is just like he a dude with a piano. You know? I don't. That ain't that horrific. But again, what he do? Yeah, that horrific. Okay. Oh god, this is very much. This is one of those things of. I thought I would have more. I thought I would have more of something to talk about, or more of something to say, and then my brain has just completely fried itself and is looking at whatever shiny is in front of me, which is like, you know, it's just my brain has completely derailed anything else that I was going to talk. Even if I don't even know if I had ideas in my brain anymore. I thought I did, and maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Maybe I do'n't. Maybe I do it, and maybe I do'n't. But it's just I thought I had more. I thought I had more. Apparently, I don't have more. New topic. Topics. Not joking. Not joking. Well, could you do... I'm gonna keep it as joping because my brain is that type of funny. Ugh. Because what is it? The... Oh my god, I still... Do I have... Where is my notepad with? Where is my idea pad? No, that's not the idea. Where about the thing? Where about the thing? I don't know where I put the thing. I don't. Oh, have I found it? No. No. I'll find my idea pad at some point. Okay, topics as well. Can I say, the most interesting thing about topics is how one branches into another. Like, you end up going from Dora the Explorer to something just completely horrific and off topic. The chain of thought that from how you get from point A to point B is always the most interesting thing. Oh my god, where is anything? Oh, it was just really tiny and therefore I didn't even notice it. Okay. Why are you wet? Did I make you wet? Yeah, I have the whole idea. I'm trying to... I don't know how good of an idea this is exactly. I mean, it's probably good to have an outline. For the 24-hour birthday stream, I'm trying to get a rough outline of how I want, like, you know, certain time frames of how I want stuff to do. Oh my god, how the hell do I not do it, that type of thing? Ah! Well, I know you gave the new topic of topics in general, but my brain is too scatterbrained and thinky right now to stay on anything. It's like I need. Apparently, my brain is not in the when in just chatting setting. It's just gonna go everywhere and nowhere all at once. It starts and ends 10 years later with the cannibalization of goal shift drops. Oh, happiness. I've missed the kicks to the face. I hope at some point, relatively, I won't say relatively soon because I know how slow I am with things. How's the Yuki been? But yeah, at some point, relatively speaking soon, like, hopefully. Ship can drop kick. Oh, yes, an entire ship. That girl is an entire ship unto herself. What was I gonna say? Oh, right, that. Boy, someone is. Look, Yuki, do not. You know what? Screw it. Maybe break the innocent. You know what? Either the innocence or the. To be fair, I don't even know all that much. Oh, long time no see. Oh my god, the dinosaur does exist. Oh, hey, god, man, I've been waiting. Jesus Christ, it's... God, look, I had an idea involving you that was like a month or two ago, and you haven't shown up since you made me scream Jesus Christ in a Codex game that I view as a torture method. Dinosaurs still exist? Look, one survived the asteroid, somehow. How's the dinosaur been? Are you still alive? Still alive. What was the idea? No, tell me about your life so far. How's it been? How have you doing? The idea will come up later. Thought you'd extincted. No, Yuki, no, Yuki. Don't extinct some people and creatures that are here. Birds are just dinosaurs with wings, and what the hell's a pterodactyl? Is a pterodactyl a bird or a wing? That was completely unironic. That was a completely unironic slip of the tongue. Go survive the meteor. My brain immediately went to, I thought that asteroid wasn't supposed to hit until like 2030 something, and then I remembered, oh right, yeah, the dinosaur joke. Is that still a thing? Is there still an asteroid, or is that 2028? When is that asteroid projected to like have a low percentage chance? Asteroid to hit Earth. Okay, well, okay, yeah, something's supposed to be 2032. There's supposed to be another one. The one who gave me your oft-quoted title? Your oft-quoted? But no, Callie, the whole thing was to kind of, in a way, somewhat jokingly, God, I don't even know if I want to say it. You know the one thing you've always been asking for? Play the horse game? There's a lot, I just went through all my Steam stuff. There's a lot of stuff I want to play at the moment. Like, this week we have the stream stuff set up at the moment. The wannabe idol. The master of idol. Ah, fun! That was history I did not remember. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I had to just take a deep breath there for a moment. I am way too all over the place. God, I don't know why. Yuki, Callie, and Thumb. This feels like a 2022 to 2023 stream. Video game. I considered playing that at some point. There's a lot of stuff on the backlog, though. But Callie, what is the one running joke that we've been kicking like the dead horse that it is for literal years at this point? So look. It's like master mod. Yes, because I unironically, during a stream, ran this as a bit. I promoted all of my mods to a higher class of mod, so I could at some point be like, if you want to be a mod, you will be a low class of mod. We created everyone gets a promotion so that it's like, technically you can slot into mod, but you're lesser. And everyone knows you're lesser. Because I can't let that part die. So, yes, I straight up gave...
I'm not a mod, I'm the champion.
Yeah, no, Yuki, you are the champion. But I did that at a point, and I was just like, look, if ever the opportunity arises... Because some of the streams around here have been getting to a point where it is, like, basically impossible to keep up with stuff, and it is not always have a time where any of my mods are available or awake. So I've been unironically just like, okay, how in the hell can I get more mod power? But yeah, Yuki, I know... There is a benefit of Yuki, which is time zone being very unique to most around here, so different availability time. Downside being exposure to tough stuff. Like, population shows who gets the mod power. That sounds like a terrible idea. Democracy and modding sounds mildly terrible. Like, okay, maybe this is just from my incredibly I do not trust anyone worth a damn type thing I could see that going so incredibly poorly. I don't trust people, I don't trust democracy. You're trying to put those two things together and think it's a good idea? Look, this is a stream. This is a live stream channel, otherwise known as a dictatorship. I designate people in power based on how much I trust them to follow my vision. Suddenly, I'm suddenly reconsidering keeping you permanently on the haha you're never a mod train. But yeah, no, like, the modding by popularity does just... I think that's currently benefits you. Genuinely, just people voting, like, put it to a vote in the community of... How to put it? You put it to a vote in the community would just vote people they like, but I need people who would actually be, you know, able and willing to do the moderation activities is the thing. To make this democracy, to overrun the democracy, probably get the Helldiver. What? Everyone in Helldivers. The revolution. Okay, suddenly. Let me just right click. No, Thumb, you also denounced democracy. You get to stay. Okay. Trying to buy moderator. That is, I will say, that is not how that works. That is strictly on how much. Whatchamacallit? The criteria I have are, in general, how much do I trust you? How often are you here? But yeah, the criteria for mod is stream attendance being at least somewhat regular. How much do I trust you? And how much do I think you as a person would actually carry out any type of moderation stuff when needed? Because I'll put it this way, by criteria, I would actually say, but Yuki, I would say, meets those first two criteria. But I'm not sure how well you would do in the actual moderation senses of stuff. Callie, the only thing about you is nowadays you're not here as often, which would kind of be like you're just the mod who shows up once every... It's been like 3 months since you were last in a stream. Entirely because of you. You're a lazy. Yeah, I figured... I think we had this discussion. I would trust you on the first two, but to actually do moderation duties, I'm just like, I don't know how much you would do that. And Thumb, you are, I will say, assuming you literally... assuming you have internet connection at all and are not having some weird life crisis at the time, you are around here. And very obviously, I'm around here at all times, because I am the one who is. I am the one who is.
Wawa.
Yes, indeed, I am committing Wawa right now. Wawa is very nice inside of me. Will you consistently do anything? Look, apparently... apparently one of my powers is to get you to do something consistently, which is be here relatively consistently. I never expect anyone to attend all of my streams. Again, I struggle to... I always am like, why the hell does anyone find me worth the time of day, let alone, in some cases, the actual money? Looks up at the Brian Tin super chat. Just like, what the hell? Why do people think I am worth anything? Why do people... Well, okay, that's getting into, like, too much self-deprecation almost, but you get the idea. I don't think very highly of myself. Why do people think I'm worth anything? That is very much an actual, genuine thing. Here. No, Yuki, you have been here for among the longest. Struggle here. Yo, Jesus, dumb. The televised rematch. Yuki, you enjoy your horse game, but for the 24-hour stream that is coming up now, there is a 3-hour Yu-Gi-Oh section planned around about, like, the depths, around about the time. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh section planned. I'll tell you that much. Which is going to be 100% viewer duels in one way or another. Oh yeah, Yuki, you enjoy that. And yeah, you've been around there. Discuss it. Yuki, you have about a little over a month before that stream happens and you get to have the rematch on stream. Learn that game. I mean, it's fun. It's also fine if you don't, but it's a fun. I'm currently not in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck building is not my strong suit. It can give me a headache at times, hence why I haven't made any new decks in a few years. And my decks are all relatively basic single archetype stuff. For top moderation, that is... You can't buy it. You cannot buy my trust. If you could... Mazorik and Brian here, who is not even Callie. I was just there would be other competition in that one. Uncompatible with Switch. Does Master Duel have a Switch port? I do not know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel for Nintendo Switch. This is... I mean, it's on Switch. I would presume it's cross-platformable. You'll throw in a free game as well. Well, Callie, the thing I say is... the only thing that is more on my mind when it comes to moderators is the how often people are here type of thing. Because I will again point out, and I'm not even, this is not me saying like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Everyone has a life and such. And I should never, why is your employer like this? Because Thumb, we've kind of had this discussion. I feel pretty much every moderator and myself is some level of psychopath. Psycho/sociopath. Apparently that's just my type that I have. But yeah, Callie, that is... Considering you appear to, you still show up over after all these years, which is a damn impressive thing, just, dear God. But for moderation purposes, I would need people who show up relatively regularly, because some of this, I mainly cite the Limbus Company streams as the ones where there's a lot of people who need to have their stuff going through that. Loyal sub to all streamers. Why do I feel like relatively should be in parentheses?
Plus plus ü. Artı artı ü.
Not psycho enough. I mean, I haven't done the psychoanalysis at this point yet. Like, we haven't done that one. Irregular. You are very regular. Yes, Hunter. At this point, very, very regular at this point. I would. Well, this is the thing, Hunter. You're just double checking. You do not have any type of Discord or anything, do you? Is the thing? Oh, no streams anymore. Probably because, well, if you stopped watching over time, or if you were watching other stuff, it would push other stuff into the algorithm, and the stuff I'm making is probably less your interest. You don't want responsibility. That is perfectly fair. But yeah, just, if I'm not mistaken, there are times where it's just, I either watch other stuff, if you're getting it for reasons, I mean, just make email and make account. Whatchamacallit? But yeah, but if I'm not misunderstanding how the algorithm works, it would be a case of more, whatchamacallit? It would be somewhat of a case of... If you're watching other stuff, and then, it just kind of pushes me out, and I'm only live during the specific time, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know the everything that you are doing with your stuff, therefore I cannot dissect everything about it. Because I am not all-seeing and all-knowing, I'm only most-seeing and most-knowing. Umapyoi. That's just fun to say. Umapyoi. Yeah. Umapyoi. That's just a fun little thing to say. Oh. I do actually wonder. No, I'm not. Oh, do I? No, usually if you get the live notification, I know. Well, usually my the Monday evening stream. I'm using US as the relative thing. Monday evening stream is always the Limbus Company stream, and I know you have Master Duel Monday, which is the thing. Which I'm just like, that's a bit of an interesting conflict. Although, like I said, I'm still gonna take a little bit of a break from Limbus at this point. But yeah, Hunter, specifically the reason I asked about Discord is because I like to have that, Discord moderator as well, but also I like to have a way to contact mods off-stream if need stuff. Why not just do a collab? Well, because Yu-Gi-Oh! X Limbus stream. I don't think that's as much as you do to join that one. That would require me. The only downside is, like, I would have to play Master Duel when I don't particularly want to. I mean, I might at some point. I might just join for commentary purposes. Although Monday is usually my booked stream time. My booked stream. Yeah, but I mean, basically, it is a booked stream time at that point. No, yeah, because you are around enough to a point where I would trust and all that, but yeah, even here's the thing, even if moderators don't do a lot, having them there as threat is good. But also, not hesitating to do action is also quite good. Why would the trivia be? You know, that is a fair point. You have your own things you focus on. You focus on actually having the skill and deck building capabilities in Yu-Gi-Oh, which is not something I focus on. I focus on Ancient Gear Go big punch. That is where my focus lies. Oh, it's like, oh, yeah. Oh. Combo on Saturday. You have your own thing. You have your twins and all that, and whatnot. I'm just like, yeah, I make big thing or a couple big things and try and make it so that they can just punch really hard unobstructed. That is the beginning, middle, and end of my plan. Make big thing that punch hard, or howitzer stall. Because every so often, rarely, Ancient Gear Howitzer is capable of stalling a thing. No, you don't get to, pretty much. Roll a kink instead of link? Nah. You just spam kinks. Hold on, wait a minute, kinks. Good to note, Thumb has a thing for twins. The twin kink. I figured that one out a while ago, but now officially have it in writing. We're good. We officially have that in writing. Yes. Motivation! And then immediately join the Discord server and enjoy the weird stuff that goes on. What even goes on in the Discord server nowadays? I kind of look at the Discord server and every so often interact with it. That's going on. Dude, there. The jars are free. Do you mean complete, like not even limited? Hold on. Wait, is the jar not even limited anymore, or is that what we're talking about here? Yep. So, in other words, what you're saying is, what I need to do to regain YouTube relevancy, and boost the numbers, is go into Ranked Duel and just start playing matches until I run into Empty Jar again, and then make the video once more. And this is how you do the content. Interesting. I fat double-clicked that and did weird stuff. I fat double-clicked that and did some weird stuff. Dell, that is filled with cyber anime girl with a terrorist. I step away from Yu-Gi-Oh for a bit, and I'm not entirely surprised, but at the same time, I'm now curious. I'm not curious enough to play at the moment. Like, I will gladly be throttled by Yuki at some point during the whatchamacallit, the designated time period in the 24-hour stream, and maybe a time before that, but I do not have enough interest to go into it at the moment. Oh. And seal the terrorist. Oh, fun. Also, random and abrupt. I'm going to be right back real quick. because I need to be right back real quick. So in other words, be right back. Oh, I thought it was gonna corner right off the bat. Right off the bat. Be right back real quick. I don't even know what noise I'm trying to make there. I'm just kind of making noises and calling it good. You would think I would have hydrated while I was on Be Right Back, but no! But no, I decided to do that. God, oof. Oh, you died of star. Why did that sound like that? That sounded like it was the crit, but it also sounded weirdly quiet at the moment. I guess was my angry face. I think my angry face was. Yeah, I think my face made me a little. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Thumb, you probably don't want to actually reveal anything you might have. Look, keep your cards close to the chest. before you decide to do anything there. Like you two are just gonna have your God, if you don't have your hand in the, you want to fight in the street, then we can have a fight in the street. And then when the fight in the street is fought in the street, then the street fight begin. You know? This is just, you know what? This is just me having been too removed from the Yu-Gi-Oh talk for a while, and then I'm seeing 3 people try and talk about it, and I'm just like, stuff. I hope my memory is good. Stuff and things, kind of. Nah, no negate, only raw dog it. Only raw doggin'. Only commit the rawest of doggest. No, why is that? Sorry, I'm a brain. Ugh. So I was just thinking now why my brain, for some reason, I guess it's just because I don't have that good of a knowledge of all the cards that exist. But I was trying to just think, why is it that deck building stuff in general literally, like, again, the last time I tried to make a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck, it straight up gave me an actual headache, and I'm trying to think, why the hell is that a thing? Screw the gates, I have meta. I really just feel like I'm now just off to the side. This feels like I invited, this is a stream on my channel, I feel like I invited a bunch of people over and now they're all having a conversation with each other and I'm just the one sitting here like, yeah? How is it convinced you're a robot? Did you fail the CAPTCHA that bad? Well, I guess they've had to amp up the CAPTCHAs to deal with stuff, but... Meta cabbage! Look, you can't... Look, I'm gonna translate that cabbage. It doesn't matter what's meta when there's a gun in your face. You try 3 times. The CAPTCHAs are catching the people. Get them out of here. This is why we need more moderators to remove the bots like you. That's the weirdest, like, gun noise. Why do I have the... just bang them. Just commit banging. Wow, you banged yourself for me, thanks! But Disciplinary is also a bot. He also doesn't have a YouTube account. He only has a Discord account, which I rarely ever use. You know, funny thing, the main thing I nowadays... No, it's a non-lethal banging. What is it? I mainly nowadays, if ever I want to see how a thing will look, like if I'm not sure how a link will look or an image or testing stuff, I use Disciplinary's Discord account as a little test dump for where I put stuff. Just like, okay, right, yeah, let me just... Hold on, let me just crack open my hourglass, otherwise known as my shot glass. I have consumed the sand and the burnt sand. I've consumed all. How many sand does it take to sand? It takes centillion to sand. It takes a sand of a centillion to sand the sandies. You understand? Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand? Do you get it? Do you understand? Do you understand? I wish I could get closer than this. Darth Sand beams. Have you ever heard the tale of Darth Sand the Sand? He was so strong in the dark sand of the sand that he could sand those he loved from sand. I cannot continue the Darth Sand speech because I do not know the full story. It was never told to me properly. Unfortunately. You sandunder. Yes, you sandunder. Enjoy the sandunder. Oh, it's... Hey, have you ever heard the tragedy of Tragedus the Wise? He wielded power so great that he could use the Force to create Sanda. Sanda! God, the deranged... I will never not find it amusing.
Sanda.
I would never not find it amusing. How deranged the voice I gave you is, it is just so good deranged, you know. Sanda. So good. It is so the good. So the good. Also, ugh. No, I just got back from a Be Right Back, and I know the stream hasn't been going on too long, but I do plan more stream. I need to work on more stuff today before I commit sleep. Ugh. It will never do. You do not get to have desires with these voices. These voices do what they want. You give them the words, they do what they want with them. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this stream. Like I said, tomorrow. Wow, okay, the YouTube, something went wrong. Out of memory. I am not out of memory, Google. You are dumb. You're dumb. Boot. The voice desires more stream. Nah. Look, the voice I do not care because the voice is mine, and my voice actually says no. I don't want to put the voice effect. You can watch the short if you want to. But yeah, I have other stuff I want to work on. So, for now, I will say my symbol. Thank you, everybody who came. I hope you enjoyed the watching. And as always, I accidentally hovered the news thing for a bit there, but for now, bye-bye. And Hunter, good luck to proving your humanity. I'm starting to think you've been lying this whole time. And see everyone who cares tomorrow for Clown Bonk O'Clock. I almost hit the wrong thing. Where's the outro? Farewell. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.